What is up, my friend? Happy Monday. Donnie Baker here with the LPR Sound Foundation. And today I wanted to talk to you about something pretty important. So, with recent events that's happened here in Los Angeles specifically, there's been a lot of fire. And some people that we actually know and people that we work with have lost their homes. In their home was their studio. All their studio equipment is gone, So hopefully, and not to say that I don't wish this upon anyone. I know it's difficult. I know it's a tough time, but hopefully that person that I'm thinking of had an inventory of all their equipment for when it comes to dealing with the insurance company or trying to replace the gear or even knowing what you have. I mean, I've got boxes of stuff that I probably don't even remember what's in it. I've been collecting equipment and things for my business since I was a kid. So I've got just this list of stuff that I don't even remember what I have. I honestly don't know how many SM57s I own. I really don't. I would have to go count them and see. Cables, even. I mean, these are things that, cables, you don't need to keep an exact count of all your cables. You could just say, I got a box of miscellaneous cables. What I want to share with you today is I've put together a quick Google Sheets spreadsheet that you can quickly add your equipment and save it on Google. That way it's in the cloud. Even if you do lose a hard drive, and God forbid you lose a hard drive with all your stuff on it, all your sounds, all your old plugins that you don't use anymore, and clients' work, we can discuss that as well. I mean, these are things that have happened to me personally. We lost a drive one time that had client work on it. I only had one. I was an idiot. I wasn't backing my stuff up. That's a whole nother story we'll talk about another day. Back your stuff up on a drive, especially if it's important, like an album project that you're working on, 4 months into an album project with an artist. Back this stuff up and take that drive with you so that it's not in the same place. You go somewhere else, you got that drive, you got a backup of it. We can talk about this on another day. That is also important. But keeping track of your equipment, complete with pictures, the manufacturer, the name of the item, where it's located. Is it in good condition or is it broken and you got it stuffed away in a closet somewhere? Keep track of things like that. Definitely use it. Please use it. If not this, even write things down on a notepad so you have a record of what you own. I mean, 40 years from now, you're going to look back and go, oh God, I don't remember if I had that. Where did I put that Pultec EQ that I used to use when I was a kid? You got to understand that these are things that you need to keep track of. We need to know where they are, if they're working, if they're broken, if they need to get repaired. There's a lot of stuff that this inventory list can do for you. Let me share this with you real quick. So here you're seeing my screen being shared with you. Okay, and when I come over here, you'll see I've made a Google Drive. Okay, if we go over to my Google Drive, I've got studio inventory pictures, and I've got a couple of pictures in there. If we go into that folder, there's a couple of pictures in there that I just put in there just to have in there. So make a folder for all your pictures and store all your pictures of your equipment in that folder and then link to it from this inventory list. So I've got a manufacturer name, let's say the Shure SM57. I'm not really going to keep track of serial numbers on an SM57. You might not. There's some equipment you might not have serial numbers for. I've got a list of how many I have, how much it would cost to replace each one, and then it gives me a total. I've already done the math for you here. So I got 4 at $100. It's $400. And down here at the bottom, I'm keeping a running total of all of the equipment that I'm putting in here. Then you can say if the status is good, poor, needs repair. You can change these. If you want to make this your own, you can go in here and edit this and change it to what you need it to be. Also, my locations, you'll want to definitely change that for your own, unless you have a podcast studio. But yeah, you just click on the edit button down there, and that'll help edit it. So here you can leave notes like my Aventone CV12 large diaphragm tube microphone does have a serial number. I've only got one. There's the cost replacement, and it was modified by a guy named David Brown here in Los Angeles, and it's definitely not a stock Aventone CV12. This inventory list is really simple and yet it's really helpful. It may come in handy one day. If you do need to make more lines, like to keep the math going, if you go in between the lines, see where it just turned into, it's got a little plus sign there, right? You can just hit the plus sign and it's going to add more, and it's going to keep this math that's going on here. If you just go down here to the bottom and add more, it won't keep this math. Just go in between, click the plus a couple of times, whatever you need to do, and it's just going to keep growing and getting bigger as you need to grow. Hopefully this is going to help you out. I'm actually going to give this to you today for free. I'm going to give you a link where you can go download it. So, hey, hopefully this spreadsheet is going to help you out. If you want to add to it, you can add to it. This is just, I put the stuff in there that I use. This is actually the thing that I use to keep my inventory. It works for me. Hopefully this inventory list is simple enough to use. It's going to help you keep track of all your equipment, what it is, where it is, its status, if it's broken or if it needs repair, or if it might be in, it might work a little bit. This is the one that works for me. I use this for my business. I do keep track of everything. Yeah, I don't really keep track of XLR cables. I might put in there, I've got, I own 14 XLR cables at 20 feet. These are things that will cost you money if you do have to replace them. Don't just go in there and put your expensive stuff. Put everything. Make the list as big as you need it to be, and hopefully this is going to help you out. Let me share with you where to get it. Go to learnprorecording.com/inventory. Fill out a quick form. It's going to be yours. It'll be emailed to you immediately. You get access to it immediately. I do suggest making a copy of it on your Google Drive so that you're not actually changing mine. Just in case. Sometimes that happens with Google. But yeah, hopefully this is going to help out. Hopefully it's going to help your business grow in the event that something catastrophic happens. I mean, most people don't think it's going to happen. And recently here in Los Angeles, it happened. Look at Palisades, man. It's gone. And a lot of I know a couple of producers that lived there. And yes, they lost their studio. Yes, they lost their home. This is why I'm really passionate about keeping track of your gear, especially if you're like me and you collect old stuff. Man, I've got some Neve preamps from 1972. I mean, those are irreplaceable. You kind of can't. You could replace them, but it's going to be very expensive, So you need to keep track, and hopefully you've got enough insurance to cover that. We can talk about insurances on another day. Make sure you got enough insurance to cover what you need to cover. You've got the basic minimum of insurance, even renters insurance. If you just got, $10,000 worth of renter's insurance, there you go, man. There's one microphone that costs that. Make sure that you make sure yourself is covered, make sure your business is covered, and make sure your family is covered. Make sure you and your family are safe. Okay, and this is what it's about: is keeping everybody safe and happy, and building your business to do what you love to do. I'm gonna get up out of here. We will see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow on the shorts. Look for those, man. Those things are fun. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're not. I get mixed reviews, whatever. But Wednesday, the blog post. Thursday, we'll be talking about something technical on Thursdays. And then on Friday, try to join us for Friday Live. And once you download the inventory sheet, you'll be on my mailing list. And I'll send you an email out to remind you to come over on Friday Live. Man, Friday Live's a lot of fun. We just hang out, we answer questions, we help out, we kind of joke around a little bit too much, but it's fun. We have a good time every Friday. I mean, come on, it's Friday. What else are we going to do? So we'll see you next time. My name is Donnie Baker, and I am out of here.